coming Chinese New Year. Okay, Chinese New Year will be fall on Friday, if I'm not mistaken, Friday and Saturday. And the college has decided to call off the class on Thursday. So that's why I need to come out with this class, chapter 8. And later on, chapter 9, I will come out with one of my pre-recorded video. Okay. Alright, hopefully you all will be fine. Any question later on, you can ask me later. Alright, let's start with the final chapter. Sorry, not the second last chapter. Can you see the screen? Please let me know if you can see the screen.
Can, sir.
Okay, yes. Alright, and it is recorded. Yeah, later on I will upload it at the YouTube. Yeah. Okay. Chapter 8 is about merger and acquisition. Yeah, that may we will see how companies move into another direction. Okay. You see, there is a reason of companies having merger and acquisition. Yeah. Okay, every day company is looking at the potential business value between them and other companies. Okay, because you see sometimes company alone itself cannot survive. Yeah. Okay, especially lately nowadays because of pandemic, some of the companies cannot stand strong. Yeah. So therefore, sometimes the value is based on asset owned or by equity held. So the potential of company wants to look at another company. It is based on what asset they have and what are the shares that they want to they already have. So in this chapter, there are 3 strategies of corporate restructuring. Corporate restructuring means that the companies going for the new direction. Okay, so therefore, what are the 3 strategies of corporate going to the new direction? Okay, the first one is merger. Yeah. Okay, merger. Yeah, in synonym we call it as a joint. Yeah, joint venture. Okay, merger happens when 2 firms agree to go forward as a single new company rather than remain separately owned and operated. Yeah, in other words, A combined with B. Yeah, together they are form a new company. Yeah, for example, Daimler and Benz. Before this, Daimler is a separate company. Mercedes-Benz is a separate company. Therefore, they are merged to become one single company called Daimler-Benz. Lotus and Proton. Yeah, there is another example in Malaysia. They have Lotus Proton. Yeah, whereby Lotus before this was a separate company, Proton was a separate company, and then they joined together to become a single company. That is merger. Okay. All right. The second one, another direction will be acquisition. Okay. The word acquisition, the key word here, which is referring to the bought or purchase. It is happened when the acquirer has bought the acquired. That means a company will purchase another company. Yeah. In other harsh words, the company took over another company. Yeah, against the wishes of the acquired company. It must be what we call as the company who will be acquired must be is willing. Yeah. For example, Hong Leong purchased Eon Bank. Okay, so that means in this case, Hong Leong is acquired, Eon Bank is the acquired. Yeah. Alright, in Malay words, Hong Leong pembeli, Aeon Bank dibeli. Yeah. So therefore, technically Hong Leong take over Eon Bank. And of course, there will be some implication on what will happen to the Eon Bank management, Aeon Bank board of directors, Aeon Bank staff, because they are purchased by Hong Leong. So therefore, the ownership is belong to Hong Leong itself. Okay, so that is acquisition. And consolidation creates entirely new firm. That means, company ABC, restructuring to become a new company called as XYZ. So that means they are shut down the company first, and then they are restructuring the new company to become a new force later on. Okay, so not much. Usually, consolidation happen at the small companies only. But for the big companies or corporate, nothing much. Yeah. Okay. But for corporate level, which is a big size company, usually merger and acquisition. Okay. So I hope that you can see the differences between merger, acquisition, and consolidation. Yeah. Okay, let's have a look at types of mergers. Yeah. There are 5 types of mergers. Okay, the first one, horizontal merger. Horizontal merger means that a same direction. That means left and right. Okay, left and right. Two companies are in the direct competition and share the same product lines and the market. So the keyword here is they are competing in the same industry, and then at the same time they are agreed to join together to become one big company. For example, 3 Japanese bank to form Mizuho Bank, because a horizontal merger whereby these 3 are banks, okay, which is a same business or same under the same industry. So therefore they combine to become a single one. All right. If you ask me about the merger, it's not necessary to be 2, because 2 is a minimum amount of company to get merged. Yeah. It can be more than that. Sometimes maybe 4 or 5 companies can become a single one. Yeah. But it is rarely happens. Usually 2 companies. Yeah. Okay. The second one is vertical merger. Okay. If horizontal is the same line, vertical is like up and down. Yeah. A customer and a company, or a supplier and a company merged together. For example, Proton merger with Lotus. Proton is a company, Lotus is more on supplier. Yeah. Okay, so that is a vertical merger. That means not a big company. Top company take over. Top company merger with um, lower companies. Some kind like that. Okay, the third one, market extension merger. Market extension merger means that two companies that sell the same product but in the different market. Okay, this is different from vertical merger, because Proton is more on cars, Lotus is more on engine. That's why there are 2 different products. But in this one, market extension means that they are going big. Yeah, different big, and then the difference is different market. And this one for horizontal, we cannot put at market extension, because this in the same industry and in the same country. Yeah, but for market extension manager, product is the same, but the different markets, which is different country. For example, Tata Motor from US, yeah, merger with Rovers of UK. Yeah, they sell the same thing, which is motors. Yeah, but they're selling at the different market, US and UK. So they become one. They are going global. Okay, number 4, product extension merger. Two or more companies selling different but related products in a different market. Okay, for example, Microsoft merged with Hotmail, because they are almost like more on extension of the product. Microsoft, because this before this was popular on selling software, but they also have merged with Hotmail to generate an email base. Yeah. And also Google purchase YouTube. Google merger with YouTube. So therefore, you can see that you can access YouTube and log in through the Gmail account. So Google especially extend or enlarge the empire. Yeah. And the last one, conglomeration. These 2 companies have no common business area. That means it's like an Apple merged with Orange. Yeah. For example, one electric company merged with TV media station company, because there's 2 different business with no common business area. That means those 2 are not same. So I hope that is you can see the differences provided with the examples of types of mergers. Okay, any questions so far before I proceed with the calculation? Any questions so far before I proceed with the calculation?
No, sir.
No, sir.
So everything is okay. All right. So I hope you can understand the concept of merger. Acquisition is look alike, but acquisition is quite harsh compared to the merger. Yeah. Okay. Analysis of merger. Actually, analysis of OF. Yeah. The main objective of merger is to ensure the value after merger is higher than separate values. So that's why in this formulation, calculation formulation, the value of combination between company A and company B, okay, must be higher than separately value A plus value B. It's like that value A times B is must be more than A plus B. Okay, so the objective here, yeah, if your VAB, value of merge company A and B, is more than value A and value B separately, okay, so therefore you will gain profit, which is gain. All right, what happen if I put it like this? Okay, I put like this. If VAB is less than VA plus VB. Okay, that means the value of merger is less than the value of separate A and B. Okay, this one we call it as loss. Okay, so therefore, the objective here is to ensure that once they are combined, the value is become better than those two separate values. Yeah. Okay, what does value stands for? Usually we will look at the market value of the company. Yeah, at the end of the merger, we will see the market value of the new formed company is better than combination of separate market value. Later on, I will show you the calculation. Yeah, I hope that you can see the example behind it. Okay, so these are the example. Okay, you can have a look later on in the notes. Okay, at the end of the day, this one. Yeah, this one, VAB. VAB, okay, and then this one VA plus VB. As you can see, 1.26 million is more than 1.05. So therefore, the market value after merger is more than value A and B separately. Therefore, you get gain. If you get negative answer, therefore, you will get losses. If losses, there is no use of having merger. That means the new company will become obsolete, obsolete, or the new company will become not so good, not healthy at all. Okay, so let's go to the calculation because I need to speed up a little bit so you can see you can have some time to revise later. Okay, let's have a look at study question number 2. Okay, in tomorrow's briefing also will come up with this chapter as well. I will brief you on how to do that later on tomorrow. Okay, let's have a look at the question structure so you can understand how merger works, or how acquisition works. All right. Rainbow Company plans to merge with Rening Berhad. Yeah. Okay. Rainbow Company wants to have a plan to merge with Rening Berhad and intends to offer its shares in payment. That means a share for share exchange for Rening Berhad shares. Okay, you are provided with the following information. Okay, this is a Rainbow Company. Okay, because we Rainbow Company plan first. Usually, if the company plan first, we put it as a A. And the companies that to be merged, we call it as B. Okay, so that's why we will need to see value A and value B. And hope that the value of AB is more than VA plus VB later on. Okay, so these are the number of shares. That means number of shares outstanding. NOS, you can call it as a NOS, number of outstanding shares, which is 20,000 units for Rainbow Company and 20 million units for Rainbow Company and 4 million units for Rening Berhad. Okay, earnings. Earnings, in other words, we call as a net profit. Okay, net profit for Rainbow Company is 1 million ringgit and Rening Berhad only recorded 200,000 ringgit net profit. Okay, earnings per share, that means net profit. The formula for earnings per share usually net profit divided by number of shares. Okay, so as a per calculation, you will get 10 cents. This is just a draft of the questions. Later on, if you do the assignment, then you need to calculate the real one. EPS. Okay, this one we call it as a EPS. Okay, 10 cents and 5 cents respectively. Okay, price earning ratio, usually the formula will be market price divided by earnings per share. Okay, so the estimation here is 14 times, Rening Berhad 20 times. Market price usually we can get from Bursa Malaysia. The price usually at the end of the year. RM2 for Rainbow Company and RM1.60 for Rening Berhad. And the market value for Rainbow Company, as you can see here, 50 million ringgit for Rainbow Company, which is more than Rening Berhad, 20 million. And this is we call as a VA, and this one we call as VB. If you add those two, yeah, it will become 70 million. We want to see whether after calculation, the value, is it more than 70 million or not? If more than 70 million, which is 50 plus 20, that means you will the new company merge will get some gain. Yeah. But if the value of 50 million and 20 million, which is 70 million, the value after merger is less than 70 million, therefore there will be possibility of losses. Yeah. Okay, so let's have a look at the first question. Okay, the first question says number of shares that Rainbow Company can issue from Rening Berhad. That means, in other words, how much Rainbow Company can, how much number of shares that Rainbow Company can purchase from Rening Berhad. Yeah? Okay, so let me done the new part. Okay, question 2. Okay. Okay, in this case, yeah, Rainbow Company we can call as acquire. Okay, that means the buyer, and then this one acquired. That means the company to be merged, yeah, which is A and B. Okay, so remember, yeah, Rainbow Company is A, Rening Berhad is B, yeah. Okay, so that's why the formula is more on A and B. Okay, so therefore, yeah, the formula will be, yeah, market value B divided by market. Sorry, I should go insert a formula to make it easier. Okay, should be that. Okay, market value B divided by market price A. Okay, I repeat again, market value B divided by market price A. Okay, MVB divided by MPA. Okay, so as per calculation, as you can see, market value B, you see market value B is here. Yeah, market value B. Yeah, which is 20 million ringgit. Okay, divided by market price A, which is 2 ringgit. This one. In other words, this one divided by this one. Okay, 20 million divided by 2 ringgit, RM 2 ringgit. So if you press calculator, I should press here. Calculator. Okay, so 20 million divided by 2 ringgit, which is 10,000 units. Okay, so therefore, yeah, as a conclusion, yeah, Rainbow Company can purchase 10 million shares from Rening Berhad. Okay, even though there is a 4 million unit, but yeah, Rainbow Company can purchase more than that, which is 10 million in this case, yeah, 10 million shares. Okay, so that is the first question. All right, let's move on to question B. New earnings per share after issuing new shares and merger. So that means, yeah, okay, we need to calculate the effect of new not the effect, new earnings per share. Okay, there are a few steps in executing this question. Okay, the first one is number of shares. Okay, because you want to calculate, the new number of shares later on. Okay, so the formula will be NOSA plus with NOS acquire. Okay. Alright, NOSA, for number of shares A, you can get from this amount. This one, number of shares A. Okay, this one, which is 20 million unit. Plus with NOS acquire, this one you can get from the question A earlier. Okay, I repeat again. Yep, NOS acquire you can get from question A, which is 10 million units. So if you press the calculator, I believe you can get 30 million. Okay, for this one. Alright. The next one is you need to find total earnings. Okay, total earnings, yeah, which is earnings A plus earnings B. Yeah, that means profit A plus with profit B. This one. Earnings A plus with earnings B. Okay, 1 million plus with 20, sorry, not 20, 200,000. So therefore, you will get an answer of 1 million plus with 200,000, which is 1,200,000. Total profit, yeah, for company A and company B. Okay, so therefore, yeah, new EPS, which is equals to, okay, I create a formula. Okay, total earnings divided by number of shares. That means, yeah, this one divided by this one. Okay, all right. So if you, okay, let me a little bit insert question. 1,200,000 divided by 30 million units. Okay, so you will get the answer of 1,200,000 divided by 30 million. RM 0.04. Yeah, that means, yeah, after merger, yeah, there is a possibility that they will get earnings per share of 4 cents. Yeah, that means profit from one share. Yeah, profit from one share, they can get 4 cents. That means if you multiply by 30 million units, you will get the profit of total 1,200,000 ringgit. Okay, just pause for a while. Any question for A and B so far? Any question for A and B?
No, sir.
Everything is okay, eh? All right, I hope so. For question C, let's have a look at question C. New share price after merger. Okay, so for this one, new share price after merger, which is, yeah, EPS, earnings per share, multiply by price earning ratio A. Yeah, that means price ratio for company A. Okay, so EPS, yeah, EPS you get, sorry, actually this is a new EPS. A new EPS multiplied by price earning ratio A. For new EPS, you can get from this answer. So that's why, yeah, you need to follow the steps. Yeah, otherwise, yeah, if you make a mistake at the middle, the further workings here might not have a very good answer. 0.04 multiplied by price earning ratio A. This is a price earnings ratio for company A, which is 14 times. Yeah. Okay, so new share price after merger 0.04 multiplied by 14 times, which is 0.56. Okay, 0.56. Can you imagine? Yeah, before this 2 ringgit, and then going down to 56 cents, which is quite cheaper, yeah, for investor. If I'm an investor, I would like to buy this share because before this was expensive, yeah, 2 ringgit, and now after merger, the share price going down to 56 cents. So which is quite cheaper and opportunity for me to invest, yeah. All right, fourth question, Okay, fourth question saying that new market value after merger. Okay, so the formula will be, yeah, new share price after merger multiply by number of, number of shares. It should be this one. New MV. I should put as a MV, market value. Yeah. Okay, so to get that answer, new share price after merger, which is this one, okay, multiply by number of shares. Number of share you can get here, this one, after merger. So 56 cent multiplied by number of shares, which is 30 million. So the market value, that means what is the company's total worth? 6 multiplied by 30 million, 16 million 800,000. Okay, so new market value after merger, which is, in other words, we call it as a, how should I say, alright, VAB. Okay, VAB. That means value of A combined with B. Alright. That's 60,800,000. Okay, and the last question is gain or loss after merger. Okay, so, yeah. First thing first, you need to calculate combination of, yeah, market value A and market value B. Yeah, so MVA plus with MVB, market value B. Okay, to get market value A, this one, 50 million plus with 20 million. Okay, RM 50 million plus, so you get 70 million. Okay. Alright, so therefore, yeah, gain or loss is equal to, yeah, new MV after merger, yeah, minus with combination of MVA and MVB. Okay, so earlier, yeah, you get this one, 60,800,000. Minus with 70,000. Oh, you see, you got a negative answer, I think. 16,800,000 divided by, minus 70 million. So, negative RM 53 is loss. Okay, so you can say that after merger, the company will suffer a heavy loss of that 53 million to 100,000. So that's why, as you can see, the share price is going down massively from 2 ringgit. Earlier, we're talking about 2 ringgit and drop by to 56 cent. Yeah, so if the share price is going down, therefore there is a possibility of getting losses after merger as well. So if you see this negative sign, means that it is a loss. Compared to the previous question, yeah, as you can see here, this one is a gain. Yeah, this one is a gain because market value after merger here, which is more than combination of market value A and B. Yeah, so it is more. So you can get gain. All right. So we are done with the calculation part. Any questions so far? Any question? For any question?
No, sir.
Okay, everything is okay. All right. For tomorrow, yeah. I just stopped this recording.